If you've ever watched the movie Happy Feet, you'll know the best part of the movie is the tap dancing part. In fact, it's one of the things I've always wanted to do on the show is learn a little bit of tap dancing. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to celebrate Judy Russell's upcoming fundraising gala and learn some tap dancing to boot. All that coming up on CKPG today. Judy Russell's Enchainement Dance Center having a very special annual gala coming up to show off a little bit about what they're all about. And we're so lucky to be joined by a Kate and a Katie today. And both are kind of some of the elite talent here at Judy Russell Center. Maybe we'll start with you, Kate. Tell me a little bit about how long you've been dancing here at Judy Russell, because it's been a long time.
It's been a while. I've been dancing here since I was 2.5.
Wow, since you could walk.
Almost 23 years. Yeah.
And positive?
It's been pretty good.
I guess it keeps you coming back.
Yep, lots of opportunities. I get to work with students like Katie, so I love it.
There you go. Okay, talking about students like Katie here now. You're a, say it for me, Dancer of the Year?
Dancer of the Year at the Prince George Dance Festival.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Did you expect to be that or no?
I don't really know. It was honestly a shock as usual. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been dancing here at Judy Russell since you were 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what keeps you coming back?
The training. It's such great training and lovely teachers that have grown with me, which I think is awesome.
Talk to me a little bit about the dance community too here, because it seems like whenever we come here, this big group of dancers are all laughing and all having a good time. Maybe Kate's part of that. Maybe she's not because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
But talk to me a little bit about how growing up with dance and what that's like.
Yeah. Honestly, our teams are very strong. I haven't really seen a team with our kind of connection. And even with our teachers, like Kate's also involved with some of our activities as well. And yeah.
Now, types of dance that you do, what do you specialize in?
Because
really
I
know Judy kind of makes you do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, really everything. I'd say tap is my favorite of all time, but I feel like modern and contemporary is my thing.
Modern contemporary, I like it. And what inspired you to do dance in the first place? Did your parents just say, go after it?
Well, yeah, I did a lot of sports growing up. I did basketball, volleyball, I did climbing even, and soccer, and I just always stayed in dance.
Look at that. The rest is history. Kate, now, yeah, you were a student. Now you're teaching. I guess still, you're probably always a student in a way. Eh?
Yeah, we're always learning, and they're always teaching us new things.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I just remember talking to Tristan Ghostkeeper, another product of Judy Russell, and he always said, yeah, you're never just a teacher. You're always a student. He's on the Lion King, so I said it paid off for him.
Right.
But talk to me a little bit about you and your kind of journey through dance as well.
Well, I loved it. Me and my sister have always been here. She did more sports. I did not. But growing up, I got some more teaching opportunities, and I started working with Katie when she was probably around 5 or 6.
Wow.
So I get to grow up with my students, and they're a constant learning opportunity for me and building those connections. And we built a big family here, so if I ever left, I'd be really sad.
That's true. It's like a multi-generational family here at Judy Russell's. And your favorite types of dance, what would you categorize as your favorites?
One of my favorites, I really enjoy ballet.
Okay.
And I really love musical theater. I do like tap. I feel better teaching it, though.
You feel better teaching it? Okay, well, fair enough. What does it take to be a good dancer? Like between, maybe I'll ask each of you guys. Like
big question.
Yeah, because can anybody be a good dancer? What would you say?
I think so. Everybody brings their own talents and own strengths, and as long as you own those strengths, then you're an artist.
Yeah, Katie?
I do agree with that.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say? Like, I feel like there's obviously more female dancers than male dancers. Is that true? Yeah. A little bit? Yeah.
I feel like that's true, but it's also changing now a lot. So we have a lot more male dancers.
I like it. Well, maybe you guys can turn me into one today. We'll see. We got some tap shoes on. We're going to fire up a little lesson here for the people watching. Before we get to that, though, if people are interested in the gala, supporting Judy Russell, where can people get their tickets?
At our studio, Judy Russell's Enchainement Dance Center.
Probably online too.
I
Think so?
think
Yeah.
so. I'm not too positive, but our kids are also selling them.
Oh, perfect.
So if you know any of our students, reach out to them. They'll be happy to get you a ticket.
Awesome. Okay, we'll link that on ckpgtoday.ca as well. We'll get warmed up here. I like to do some stretches, otherwise I pinch nerves. So we'll get to some stretching and we'll get to some tapping here because, well, there's no better way to celebrate dancing with Katie's favorite, tapping.
Yeah.
Dance of the year. Come on. As Happy Feet once did, that's who I've been learning from. So I feel like I was born for this moment. I got my stretchy Lululemon pants on, and we got the best teacher here in Prince George, Kate and Katie as well, Dancer of the Year. Gonna learn some tap today because, well, I've always wanted to do this as a kid. So, okay, where do you start? I'm a rookie.
Usually with our wee ones, we start with our parts of the shoe.
Okay.
A lot of our terminology you have to know, so we'll get you started there.
There's shoe terminology to this?
Yes.
Okay.
So, get my stretchy pants on.
Okay.
We have the ball of our foot,
Okay.
the heel, and the very tip is your toe.
Okay, toe.
Lack of balance there. So we have our ball, heel, and toe.
Oh, they all make kind of different sounds.
They do.
Okay.
They do. So the very first thing that we usually teach them, we call it taps.
Okay.
Very basic. So we have ball taps. Can you just point, flex your ankle, lift it up, and it comes right off the floor.
Okay.
Yep, just like that. You can do it to the front, you can do it to the side,
Okay.
sometimes the back if you want this.
Okay.
One of the next easy steps is a little bit of a traveling step we teach our little ones. Is called an alligator walk.
Okay.
Or
Do you do
a-
this during it?
Yes, we do. Or a heel ball
Okay.
drop. So we have a heel dig. We usually open our arms.
Yeah.
And we ball drop and chop.
Okay, this is kind of fun.
And that's it. And you just keep moving. And that's it. So you're already a tapper.
Okay, I'm already a tapper. This is all it took. Okay, what next? You want to take it up a level?
Sure, we call this a shuffle.
I like it. She said it with so much enthusiasm.
We love a shuffle. A shuffle, pick your foot up.
Okay.
Using just the ball of your foot, you're going to brush forward.
Oh,
Yep, exactly. And brush back. Yep. And you just keep swinging your knee. Nailed it.
woohoo! A shuffle.
Yeah.
High five. High five. This is going well so far. Okay, do we want to try it?
I think you should.
Stand up. Okay,
Ready?
well, this is going to look silly maybe, but it's going to be fun, and that's all that matters.
I think you got it.
Okay.
It's going to be great. Shuffle, ball, change, shuffle, pop, step.
I pretty much got it.
got it.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, do you guys want to give us a faster paced demo here? And I can
Sure.
try and emulate it.
Count us?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go behind the camera. I'm gonna watch, and then I'll try for myself.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay.
Want to do both sides? Sure. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, and. Nailed it.
Pretty good. It sounds good. It sounds good. Well, that's a lot of steps. This is basic, though. This is like level 100 of tap.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Hey.
say so.
Yeah. Got anything? Any words of encouragement?
I don't know. Go for it.
Okay,
Do
go
it.
for it. Okay, I'll take it. So, okay, let's all do it together. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah. This will be the grand finale here.
We're gonna try both sides?
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it all
Sure.
here. Sleeves are rolled up.
Okay.
Glutes, hips, everything's stretched, and my confidence couldn't be higher.
All right. 5, 6, 7, and. Shuffle. All hit. Shuffle. Try. Shuffle. Stop. All change. Shuffle. Hop. Yeah.
Well, we got half of it. High five today. Thanks for the lesson. I'm not a complete failure. there's still plenty to learn when it comes to tap. But you got to come learn here at Judy Russell and support their gala too, because there's lots of great stuff that happens. Just like you guys. Congratulations.
Yep.
And congratulations to from Mom and all products here, Judy Russell's Enchainement Dance. Thank you.
Thanks.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Crime Stoppers Northern BC is having their Shredded event once again this weekend. A chance for you to, help support Crime Stoppers and get rid of some sensitive documents. Ron Palolo here to talk about it. Thanks, Ron.
Thanks for inviting me again. We're celebrating our 40th year in Prince
Wow.
George. Yeah, so we this is I think about the 11th year that we have done the Crime Stoppers Shredded event, and a really popular event and quite easy. You know, you're talking about that sensitive stuff. You know, like the visa statements and old taxes and bank statements and stuff. You know, it's spring, so I really encourage people spring cleaning, declutter, get bags together, and then we suggest a $10 per bag or box, and come and shred your personal documents. We have 2 big shred-it machines right there. We do it right on site. And then if you're hungry, we've got Mr. Mike's there between 11 and 1:30, and for an extra $5 donation, you can have a Mr. Mike's burger.
Perfect. Look at that. You get a little bit of everything when you visit the Shredded event. Now, you guys don't shred spring clothes by chance.
No,
you
not
you can't
clothes.
bring on clothes?
Yeah, and that's,
I do spring cleaning in all categories.
no, it would be paper. So,
Okay.
and if you have, sometimes, people bring in binders, right?
Okay, yep.
So make sure you take that paper out of the binders.
Right.
So we don't shred any metal or anything like that.
that would be hard.
Sometimes people bring, actually, believe it or not, old compact disc CDs. Remember those?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember them very well, but yeah, my mom would.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I do
So-
remember them.
It's just paper. And like I say, you can put it in a box or a bag and bring it down, and we'll shred it on the spot for you.
Now, I mean, you've been involved in the organization for a number of years. I'm curious to your thought on this. 40 years is a long time. You find more people have paper or less because it's a digitizing age, but I feel like the sensitive stuff probably is a little more scary now than it's ever been too.
You would think that with the digital age now that we have less paper, but believe it or not, I don't think it's actually made a dent. In fact, I would say people have just as much paper, if not more now, than they did 20 years ago. Honest to goodness, it's amazing. And we'll get people that they've been meaning to do this for years and years and years, and we've had people that have brought literally 20 to 30 years of accumulated paper and documents.
Holy moly.
And when they go through that and see it that it's shredded, securely and safely, it's like this big thing has come off their chest. Like you've really done something.
It's like the end of your to-do list.
Exactly. And so, we get those people, and then we get our regulars as well. So we'll be there this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., PGSS parking lot.
Perfect. Now, talk to me about the proceeds here too. Crime Stoppers does great work. Anything is noteworthy to share, I guess, from the 40-year angle or just a year by year?
Well, I can tell you that in 40 years, almost $40 million directly attributed to Crime Stoppers tips. We're talking drugs seized, property recovered, all those to say, almost $40 million. The program works, and that's why I have been involved in the program for over 20 years.
Yep.
Because it is just so compelling. It really makes our communities safer, not only here, but right across northern British Columbia. So that's what you're supporting, a great cause, and it really is a great service. No one else does it. So it fills a niche in the market, and we hope to see everybody, and hopefully it's a really busy and sunny day this Saturday, 10 to 2.
No kidding. So tips, if people are maybe have an epiphany as we're talking about Crime Stoppers here, they get a tip, they can always phone in, right?
Yeah, you can phone the 1-800 number, 1-800-222-TIPS, 1-800-222-8477, or you can actually submit online 24/7 as well at our website, northernbccrimestoppers.ca.
Perfect. We'll link all that info on ckpgtoday.ca too. You're speaking of feeling relieved. I feel like I'm starting to feel relieved because we've got all the info across, Ron. I think we did our jobs here for Shred It.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing everybody on Saturday.
Thank you. I got some papers I need to shred, so I'll see you there.
I'll do it personally, just for you.
Just for me?
Just for you.
Taking a look outside at today's CKPG Snapshot comes from Dave Horton today. He flew his drone up in the air and got this shot. Huh, is that? Do I think that's a dragon? A dragon taking over the city of Prince George? Huh, Dave Horton capturing what may be an earth-shattering moment here. Beautiful shot nonetheless for a great CKPG Snapshot. If you have a shot, it's even half this good. Send it our way. Snapshot@ckpg.com. Inside the Sound Ranch here, where the magic happens with a pretty magical guy and a pretty magical console. Corey, thanks for making the time to talk today. You guys, yeah, this is pretty cool. We're in the room with some pretty, I don't want to say prestigious stuff, but tell me about this pretty cool board that you got here. This is not a small item.
So this is a Trident 80B, and what makes this a little more special is that it did belong to the late great Frank Zappa. I purchased it through Julian's auction house back in 2023 of November, and yeah, we got it from Los Angeles, and it made its way up to Prince George. It's still one of the most sought after recording consoles out there. So
yeah, I was going to say, talk to me a little bit about the style of this, because now people might wonder if things changed since Frank Zappa used this. I mean, it's obviously a long time ago, but it's still as good as new, is what you were saying.
Yeah, so an analog board, I mean, that's what started everything. I mean, anything from the 50s to even the late 90s. A lot of the modern studios, whether it's Dave Grohl's Sound City, he's running a Neve analog. Bryan Adams is running another Neve analog console. So, I mean, they're still out there. Green Day recorded quite a few albums on a board similar to this. Stone Temple Pilots, Guns N' Roses tracked Appetite for Destruction on an 80B. Motley Crue is tracked on an 80B.
Huh.
So, the board, they call this board the sound of rock and roll.
Okay.
There was a guy recently that I've been put in contact with who was an engineer for Frank Zappa at his studio.
Huh.
And he's trying to put me in contact with Frank's engineer for all these years.
Wow.
But we still have, this is the instruction manual. And when you go through it, there's still some of Frank's writing that's in the book.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's just little notes occasionally. Nothing too crazy. But
but still.
Find some pencil marks, there is some of his writing here. But, so Frank knew about the electronic side of the console, and he was very, for his time, he was very with it and understood, sound and what made a good console. And
awesome. And now tell me about you and the Sound Ranch here too, because obviously you don't just get a board like this for fun. You want to use it.
Right. So the Hawkins Sound Ranch has, our slogan is commercial sound on an indie budget. I went to school for sound engineering. Just being in a band, I was always fascinated with the technical side of things. And so, when I moved here, we had an unfinished basement. We decided that, we really wanted to create a destination recording studio. And I wanted something, being a musician, I know that, we're not all millionaires.
No.
It's very expensive to be a musician these days. Prices are ridiculous. Guitar, even maintenance.
Yeah, and you make 0 cents off every stream.
Right. If it weren't for, Frank Zappa or Dee Snider, they were huge proponents in fighting for free speech and for making sure that there was no government overreach into music today.
Leave it as creative as it can be.
That's right. And if it weren't for people like Frank, then just to testify in front of Congress, it may be different. Our music might be censored. So we do have him and others to thank. So
pretty iconic. If people are also wondering about how to help you out and get started, how do they do it? There's a fundraiser?
There is. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise $5,000 through a GoFundMe. You can look up the Hawkins Sound Ranch, and what we're essentially doing is trying to raise money to restore the board and bring her back. She doesn't need a lot. There's a few frozen pots here and there. A lot of the parts, actually the majority of the parts, are still readily available. And if we needed to upgrade, it's easier to put in better stuff today. One of the VU meters isn't working, but we want to put some LED lights in the back because it's cheaper to actually run.
Right.
So yeah, sadly, there's only one place in the world that makes the cables, which happens to be in Los Angeles.
Of course.
A gentleman named Bruce, the desk doctor.
Now, I'll leave you with this. If there was a goal in mind for you of someone you'd love to record or do something with, who would it be?
Culture Wall, Jelly Roll, Post Malone.
Those are your top three.
Top three. Didn't even have to think about it.
Look at that. It's almost like you knew exactly what I was going to ask. Oh, man. This is so cool. Well, I hope the best for you, and make sure you call me when Post Malone or Jelly Roll shows up here, or Coulter. Thanks so much, Corey.
Thank you.
100 years ago, think of it this way. If you were a Canada Post worker, you were very important. Not only was it very hard to communicate, it was also very hard to travel because, well, the road to Quesnel was kind of a little goat trail along the Blackwater. A lot different than it is today. But the reason to celebrate today in local history because that road, the imagination, the plans for it, started to go. Pretty interesting project to highlight. Over 100 years ago, the road from Prince George to Quesnel. This is pretty much the route that the highway goes today, because before this, the only way to get to Quesnel was the Blackwater Trail, and as my understanding, it basically was a trail back in 1920, as you can understand. But, well, they're trying to find someone to build the highway. Well, it wasn't a highway yet, but a better road with hard-surfaced gravel. That was luxury. There you go. So you're driving that road to Quesnel today. You have this piece of history to thank a little bit. And, well, by golly, thank goodness they 4-lane lots of it too. Thanks so much for watching today, folks, and we'll see you for more good stuff on the show tomorrow. Maybe practice a little tap dancing in your living room. It's good exercise. Bye for now, folks. See you then.